this rose back to Langford so that we can clean up the air or do something of the kind. But there is one more little sister left on this level. I feel like I've explored everything. The only place that I definitely haven't been to is this little bit of the farmer's market, which is a little annoying because I know that there's an audio log there. I just can't figure out how I'm supposed to get through, short of maybe throwing a grenade at a door and blowing something up, but I don't think that'll get me through. This is where our objective is, so we've not explored that yet. So we're gonna have to take on the Big Daddy, so that, my friends, means explosives. Right, now we've got proximity. Oh, we've got proximity mines and heat-seeking RPGs. Now, one of you gave me a little tip that if I load up one of these things with proximity mines, then I use telekinesis to grab it and then throw it at the Big Daddy. Now that sounds awesome. Now whether I am patient or skilled enough, hello, to pull that off is another question entirely. The other question is, can I even find how to get back there? Got an improved pistol, which I'm quite enjoying, to be honest. I feel like I'm the most accurate with this. I suppose it's what you'd expect. It's the lightest gun, right? Least recoil and everything. So yeah, we need to go this way, right? Hopefully we've not... There aren't any more Houdinis knocking around. Stop making noises, man. Right. So the question is, can I pick up one of these explosive things without, like, setting it off? Where was I a second ago? I was through here. Right. Now this might hurt. Right, so I can pick it up and put it back down. Come with me, my friend. We're about to blow something up. Or someone. I think that he's fighting with my turret. Uh-oh. Oh! I caught it on the door. And then I'll let go of the mouse button. Oh, he's nearly dead! Is he, or is that the guy stood next to him who he's punching? Oh, that royally sucks. That was going to be awesome. Is there another one? Come on, man. Oh, of course I screwed that up. That's the story of my life. There's got to be another one down here. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get past that thing though, am I? He's really low health anyway. Oh man, I was looking forward to that. Oh, what an idiot.
Is somebody there? Keep away
Oh.
from my face!
Oh, where did you come from, buddy? Jesus. Don't reload right in front of me. Why is this guy giving me grief? Good lord. Is the difficulty gone back up? No, I just suck. Right. You are the worst, mate. Did he kill the Big Daddy? So, we had hacked this turret, so... Nice. So it's gone back round the corner. Can I see the health bar, please? That's block line of sight. Right, I think I'll line up a load of proximity mines right behind it and throw a grenade. Where's the little sister gone? I'm standing right here and I'm not moving. Don't run around my mines! Oh! Did I get him? Oh, that sucks. So where's the
most. They come out covered in death.
Come here! Scalpel!
No, you come here. Right, now which ones were his mines? I think I got him with my mines, but where's the little sister? There's definitely one walking around with him. Wasn't there?
Oxygen levels critical. Lockdown initiated. All bulkhead doors are now closed. Thank you.
That's really weird. So where am I going to find her now? Oh, damn it. That's really frustrating. I guess I'm going to come back here, aren't I? So I can put a pin in that.
Brought the Rosa Gallica? Oh, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Send it through the pneumo.
Alright. Will you let me in now?
Yes, this is perfect. Perfect. Come on up to my office. I'm letting you in the house. I think I've got just the thing to put the green back in this forest.
Now, the one thing that's bothering me is the lack of kind of face-to-face interaction we've had so far, and I'm kind of getting the feeling that we're never going to get that, so I feel like something's going to go wrong in here. Hacking expert. The original Hack Smart Gene Tonic hacking expert diffuses alarms and helps avoid overloads. It's a must-have plasmid of the Hack Smart line. I will probably use that one. Chlorophyll solution. What won't they steal?
Isn't there anything in this damn place those pagans won't steal? Paper
Pagans?
towels, ink pots, witch hazel, chlorophyll solution, even my back issues of National Geographic. They're feathering their disgusting little shrines with it, I suppose. Sick bastards.
I couldn't believe how much things had changed since I left Dr. Simon's office. It's like I don't even recognize Rapture no more. I hear they've been rounding up people.
Why is this
in Apollo
playing
Square.
again?
I asked Ryan how could he do such things to innocents. He said, innocents. If they haven't chosen to defend Rapture, they've chosen to side with Atlas and his bandits. So there are no innocents. There are heroes, and there are criminals.
I suppose one interesting thing in terms of like this place as a society is obviously given the era we're in, you can't really build a place of this scope without having people for every job and role, you know. Whereas obviously Ryan is very elitist, believes in kind of successful people rising to the top and everything. But you know, you're still going to need working class people here. You know, people to build the place, people to service the place, people to work in the various jobs, in the service jobs. And because it's very much a meritocracy and not one that will fairly reward those kinds of people, you create an immediate class divide. So you would think that this place couldn't really exist without either like being further in the future where you have those kind of jobs done by like machines, you know, like by labor you don't actually have to pay, or you know, who can't, you know, create an uprising. Or you'd need to rely on like some sort of like slave labor or something of that nature, right? Otherwise you would end up in a situation where people, you know, fend for themselves and their rights, which I mean
I've got the security system in this joint hacked, so those turrets won't bite. Come on up to my office.
Right. Teaching an old hound.
Who says you can't teach an old hound new tricks? This batty plant woman spends 4 years coming up with ways to defoliate trees in the Pacific to scare out the Japs, and now here I am, down at the bottom of the Atlantic, trying to figure out how to do the same thing in reverse. Adam. It's bathtub gin times the atom bomb times Eve with a serpent. Let's go see what it can do.
So is that suggesting she worked on the Manhattan Project? I'm getting the feeling that we're going to have to do a fight in here, but... Alright. Right. Turrets and cameras or flow speed. And I wanted to change to hacking X. Oh no, to fewer overload tiles, I guess. No, I'm gonna put those in when I hopefully unlock some more slots. I don't know why we're on a timer here. It's a bit strange. And we're gonna have to fight. There are dead bodies in here. Why are we picking up a wrench? We're being led into it. Maybe she's just going to take the goods from us and try and kill us afterwards. Oh. Hello, lady.
We made a business deal, you and I, did we not? Money changed hands. Let me read to you from the agreement. Section 3, Subsection 4.
Mr. Ryan.
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use, and exploitation of the Lazarus vector.
She's dead.
Ownership of civilization.
Wait! No! Please!
Without it, we're back in the swamp.
Mr. Ryan!
9, 4, 5. Oh, yeah.
Every time we
Hang on. Sorry. 9, 4, 5.
get a yard ahead, Ryan goes and moves the goal line down to the other side of the field.
7.
Outstretched hands. There are two people. Our friends with so
Yeah, we got company. New diary.
I've been killing trees for 25 years. At Berkeley back in the 20s, on the Japs at Iwo Jima. But I never brought one back from the grave before. I did, Becky. Mama's gonna build her first damn Frankentree. I'm gonna call my little creation the Lazarus Vector. Maybe it'll bring the old gal's career back from the dead as well.
Interesting. Oh, nice. Right, we've got a new weapon here. So we've got napalm and liquid nitrogen. So burn and freeze. Could I have saved her? Is that what that's for? How? I don't know how I could have saved her. 9, 4, 5, 7. I've written it down anyway. Right, I don't want to... Let's use this first. Let's hack it. Ah, sugar, that was a mistake. Good job, Matt. It wasn't even that difficult, I just made an error. Right, auto hack tools, armor piercing rounds, exploding book, anti-personnel rounds for the pistol. Yeah, I'm down for them. I'll take a hack tool. I'll take some exploding book. Right, so there's only one other weapon we've not discovered yet. Is that like a lightning spray? What was it? 9, 4, 5, 7. Let's hope there's something important in here. Like story-wise, I mean. Lazarus Vector Formula, a market key. Oh yeah, the farmer's market.
What's the point of being a damn genius if the only ones around to appreciate it are a bunch of spliced up morons? I've cracked the vector, or at least I'm 99% certain I have. I just need a bud of Rosa gallica to confirm my analysis. Distilled water, a bit of chlorophyll, and enzymes extracted from Apis mellifera. That's right, sweetheart. Honeybee spit.
You have a multi-part goal. Press M to see all parts of the goal and switch which one's active. The arrow and map will guide you to your active goal. obtain... Oh, I think I just probably used some of them, right? We got a key to... Formula for the Lazarus Vector specifies 7 units of distilled water. Explore Arcadia and the farmer's market to obtain enough to create the vector. Right. So, the farmer's market's over here. So this key is... We got the key, so we can get in there now. Let's make that our first objective. Actually, let's just read them all first. Formula for the Lazarus Vector specifies 7 samples of a special enzyme. Explore Arcadia and the farmer's... Oh. And chlorophyll solution.
It's just a bad quarter. No, that's all. That market will come back.
Surprise! Did the hair burn off then? That's crazy. Right, we've got a camera. Let's do it the easiest way. We might need its help. Have we got company? Oh, it's the turret. Quick! Let's use an auto. I'm gonna use another auto. Help me take this guy down. Right, we can actually do the plan from before. Hey, where did he go? No, not for you! Yes, kill them. Oh, great. Come on, throw another one. Oh, he's dead. I'm sorry, child. Alright, that was a bit more straightforward on normal difficulty. We got 120. Yes. Where are you going? I could have electrocuted him as well, right? I could fit in there.
Time for Betty Bye, Mr. B.
Oh, electric gel. Okay. Is that something we use in this? Yeah. Yeah, that takes quite a while to swap over with. And what have we got? Yeah, I need first aid kits, so... Oh, it's like maximum difficulty. I'm up for a challenge. Oh, I've underestimated this. Oh! Oh, I can't figure it out. There we go. Oh, that was close.
Welcome to the circus
Right.
of value.
5 at least, I think. Yeah, I need some more book. Proximity mines would be nice. I can make do now that we're clear of... Well, there might be some more big daddies, right? Maybe we'll be able to use a rivet gun at some point. Did he throw any more mines? Yeah, let's just get rid of these. We pick up quite a lot of pistol rounds, right? Right, what are we on? 25 minutes? Oh! Let's keep him with us. Uh-oh, I've run out of... I'm gonna have to be fancy about this. There you go, friend. You are liberated. Oh, cool. Nice. I'm just going to use one. That's still locked, so there's something in there. Can't see like a different way in, or a code, or a little door or anything. So there might be a new selection of enemies. Waiting for us.
Arcadia is a big place, but mostly rural. If you're looking for something in particular, I'd start at the farmer's market.
Yeah, that's where I was going anyway. Ow. Right back to the giggling halls. He was carrying a steel screw with him. Good for him. So can we even go through? I don't think we can go through here anymore until we equalize until we clean up the air, right?
Levels critical. Lockdown initiated. All bulkhead doors are now sealed. Thank you.
Yeah, let's have Frost on there by default. Thought that dummy was an enemy. Farmer's Market, right. Hang on, let's just get back to the other map. Oh, I didn't mean that. Just pick up anything I see. Oh, hello. Right. So we go through this door, turn left. Oh man. A big boy. Ah, you knew it was going to happen. Oh, he's not going the same way as us though, right? Oh, we don't... Reviews that. There are a second one here. We don't really need to fight any more of them, so...
Welcome to the circus of value.
Might as well hack.
Feel your cravings at the circus of value.
Uh-oh. Where is it? There it is. How do I get through? There's literally no way through without some extra, without some extra, plasma, upgrades, right? Oh, it's just open. How strange. Alright, fine. Looks like a boss, maybe.
Attention, a new curfew will be enacted on Thursday. Citizens found in violation will be relocated to Apollo Square.
Maybe a Houdini's gonna be here. Tenenbaum.
Blood makes something like me. I look at genes all day long, and never do I see the blueprint of sin. I could blame the Germans, but in truth I did not find tormentors in the prison camp, but kindred spirits. These children I brutalized have awoken something inside that for most is beautiful and natural, but in me is an abomination. My maternal instinct.
I mean, you have to wonder, like, I guess it is a debate that some people like to have. I don't really think it is much of a debate, but the idea that one's morality or moral compass, as it's usually phrased, is something created by either a society, or a lot of people like to say that it's created by a religion, and it doesn't really have any innate foundation. And all my life I've fundamentally disagreed with that, and I would say that people fundamentally will try to treat other people well for the most part, and the idea that, you know, I don't know, people would treat people like this without there being, you know, someone who would confront them over it and try and stop them much earlier. You know, things like that can't really last, but I suppose that this place is testament to that, right? It burns out really quick. So I suppose I answered my own question, really. Like, the morality comes through in the end, right? Right, as soon as we open this, hell is going to break loose out here, I predict. Okay, so we're getting flashbacks to our own past, because that's distinctly stuff on land, right? Oh right, it's a whole other level. Fair enough. I mean, we've been pretty much everywhere, so we're gonna have to come back through here afterwards. Alright, fine. Another level. Great, just when I was feeling like I'd conquered everything. And, you know, I know that history is full of examples of societies that have elements to them that where things that we maybe regard as immoral become incredibly normalized. But I feel like the basic moral principles are things that come from within human beings, right? They're not things that have to be written down and then people just follow them and don't really understand why. Like our sense of empathy, like when, like in okay, cool. Like in psychology, like, you know, our sense of empathy, our sense of like constant sense of empathy, which is unique to human beings, is kind of prevents us from treating people constantly badly. Well, what am I chatting about? I'm living under a Tory government. I'm in constant contradiction of that when these horrible people are in charge of my country. But...
Julie, my dear, I am trying to run a business here. You want to spend time with my honeybees? Well, I'm gonna have to start charging you for the pleasure. If I come out one more time and find you lolling out there amongst my hives, I'm grabbing my shotgun. As to your question, yes, my days in beekeeping school are a blur. But I do seem to remember something about that enzyme you keep blabbing on about.
Tasha Denyu. Bees. Not the bees, man. A man creates, a parasite asks, where is my share? Fucking hell. Where's my share? What are you talking about? Like, community, you know? Helping each other. The baker bakes you bread, you make him shoes or something, right? Basic principle. There's one little sister.
Not too late, not too late.
Cancelled due to a fire. Oh. What the hell, man? Scared myself. Come on, stick your head out. I don't want to get ambushed. I don't know what was shooting rockets at that guy. We need to take that camera down first though, I think. No, it was a turret. Right, I am going to go and get that, I promise. But first thing, we need to take this camera down. Where is it? Might not be reachable. I just needed to stand up. Okay, it's an easy hack, so... Oh, come on. pulling together.
The children, with their very long needles, their tuneless songs, their ghastly errands, their ghoulish Frankenstein fathers. But we've all placed our hand on the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. Yes, these children are an abomination. But it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No. Their little fingers were right there, next to mine.
Yeah, sure. He's been talking all this time about be responsible for yourself and create things yourself, and he's like saying, well, it's not all my fault. Right, so... hang on. Right, that's where we came in. There's a bit of this path that I missed. Oh, right, no, that leads to this area. Sorry. Right. So which way should we go? Right, let's go and get this... this ability. Oh, right, the Houdini died as well. Suits me. That's one of mine. Hey! Good God. There we go. Yes, go to work, my friend. Eve Link 2. Get more Eve with every first aid kit by using new Eve Link 2. Thank you. I shall. Invent more items. Oh, this is a tough one, isn't it? Here we go. Got him. And you as well. Oh, this is like max hardness. I'll just auto-complete that one. Oh, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Yeah, we're quite flush at the minute. Not really anything. I've still not really tried this actually, have I? I need to spend some add-in though before I really mess around. Hola! Was that you? The flying turret just shit himself. That was what that explosion was. Maybe not. Don't you sass me, boy! work. That's Tim. Tim the turret. I know it's not a turret, whatever it's called. Can we have a shovel? Right, let's say use a different weapon for a bit. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of both.
Hey there, fellas. You know that 9 out of 10 ladies prefer the athletic man? Why stay on the sideline? With the new sport moves line of classes can turn you into the jock you always wanted to be.
Yes, the jock you always wanted. Come here, friend. I have a job for you. Zap. I've not searched this. What a jip! Alright.
I observe all his commandments.
Uh-oh.
Observe all his commandments. I observe all his commandments.
This is a dead end, so... Is he breathing? That can't be good. Electric book. First encounter.
On my walk today, I had my first encounter with a pair of them.
Right.
He, a lumbering palooka in a foul-smelling diving suit, and she, an unwashed moppet in a filthy pink smock. Her pallor was off, green and morbid. And there was a rather unpleasant aspect to her demeanor, as if she were in an altogether different place than the rest of us. I understand the need for such creatures. I just wish they could make them more presentable.
God. Is there a Houdini in here? There's someone coming in.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little, I observe all his commandments.
He was going to come and ambush me, I know it. Alright, let's just... Right, is that everything? You will never make it on Broadway!
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible.
Okay. Well, listen to this. Hatred.
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth. It's thick and green. Her filthy hair hanging in her face, dirty clothes, and that dead glow in her eye. I feel hatred, like I never felt before, in my chest, bitter, burning fury. I can barely breathe. And suddenly I know, it is not this child I hate.
It's yourself. Wow, yeah, bizarre, right? She starts feeling some sort of attachment to all these little sisters after she's already mutilated and experimented on the children. Then she starts to feel responsible and attached to them. How bizarre. Right guys, I'm gonna have to leave this video here, but the area is, it's not massive actually. This looks like a mess hall or something. It's got quite a lot of levels to it, I think, from the looks of this. So we'll explore these side rooms, pick up some goodies, head back to the main area and continue moving forward. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a like if you did, and just remember everybody, never trust an on-crate. I'll see you next time.